Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen,
Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory. And that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And that'll bring up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Stafford looks to throw again. This one complete to Theo Riddick. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Stafford. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. The first carry now. This is Johnson. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He completes it to Jones. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Arizona, they're getting the ball back here, CD, but I want to talk about 2019 for them because I think really their season, if you had to give it one word, it might be meh. I mean,
I would disagree.
Well, to quote a former Cardinals coach, they were who we thought they were, right?
I thought they were better.
Did you?
Yeah, this is where you and I differ a little bit on it. I totally get it. When you look at the record of 5-10-1, there's not a lot there. I thought this team might win 3 games all year. So maybe I'm looking at it strictly with my perspective. But remember, they drafted Kyler Murray, and he was terrific. He might very well be the rookie of the year on the offensive side of the ball in the NFL. He did a nice job for them. On the defensive side, Chandler Jones is an all-pro, sacking quarterbacks and taking down running backs. I think there's something to build on with this team, even though they're in a really difficult division because the Rams went to the Super Bowl last season, didn't make the playoffs this year. San Francisco and Seattle ran away with the division. But this Arizona team, more weapons around Kyler Murray. Let's see how it turns out in 2020. I thought they were a little bit better than expected.
And CD, maybe they found something in Kenyon Drake. They pick him up at, weeks 15 and 16, 137, 166 yards, 6 touchdowns between those 2 games. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8. That's the end of the
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. James has got it. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
A first down carry here for Johnson. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd and 2, Stafford. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down.
40, go. Come on, man. Pick it up. Here we go. Here we go. All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Ready. 180.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Blue 60!
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And Detroit getting set to go now. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, Murray. David Johnson here on the catch. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. And what I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Let's go! Pittsburgh! You're not ready! You're not ready! Shut up!
On 2nd and 9, Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. first down. It's Johnson, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Johnson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 16. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Murray now on first down. And it's caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. To throw is Murray. He gets this one to Johnson. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th and goal.
Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th. And he is in for 6. Touchdown Cardinals. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. 4th and goal, Charles, all the time you see those offenses, especially the quarterback, the running back, looking over the sideline saying, don't send the kicker out. There they did it, and it paid off.
It's really nice to see what they wanted actually done, and how about the coaches getting their faith rewarded by a touchdown.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing is Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, it's Stafford. This complete to Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Again, it's Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. To the air again, Stafford.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They come out here in the eye. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On second and goal, Stafford, and that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jesse James there to make the grab. And the Lions are going to jump back in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well. Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by 5, 2:07 remaining. They'll have 1 play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Murray now on 1st down. And an alley to run. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
You got it. You got it.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Murray going to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
First down now, but that clock rolling. To throw is Murray. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Murray, he's used to moving fast at Oklahoma. He'll get his guys up to the line. Back to throw. Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Murray. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Murray now, 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Murray to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He'll look to throw. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Johnson's got it complete. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
A gain of 11 yards. It's fourth down.
And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on fourth down.
Get that quarterback deep.
They're going for it. It's Murray. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
Ladies! I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On second down, Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute